All right. So what we're going to do now is read the introduction materials. And I did forget to ask if reading out loud is fine for everyone.
Yep.
If it's not, that's all right.
Mm-hmm.
Is that okay?
Let's do it.
Okay. So we're going to start with the section that says introduction. And then everybody reads until there's either 3 asterisks or a new headline. And we're going to read everything up until the second page where it says stars and wishes, and then we're going to read the bit now the story begins. And if we get lost, I can direct us.
Got it.
I think, should I start with the first bit and then pass it on to Joe and then Aaron and then back to me? So we're going in a clockwise circle. Cool.
Okay.
Introduction. Go around the group and read one section each out loud. Viva la QueerBar is a slice of life story game about a queer bar or café and the team who runs it. It's a game about the pleasure and struggle of being part of a queer community.
Using randomly drawn playing cards, each of which gives you a question, you develop your queer bar and your characters in a sequence of spotlight vignettes over the course of the game. Even though some questions imply conflict, the agency always stays with the characters. At the end, every character answers, what is your most important wish for the future of the queer bar?
Okay. Setting. Briefly discuss when and where your queer bar or cafe is located. You can put your queer bar into any setting you like: fantasy medieval times, steampunk, 1920s Berlin, 1950s New York, contemporary, cyberpunk, sci-fi. Decide if your queer bar is open to all queer people or just to a specific subgroup, e.g. lesbian bar, leather bar, gay male bar, BIPOC, queer bar, etc. Just sketch out a rough picture. Further details will develop during the game.
Wonderful. So that's what we're doing right now.
Okay.
Does anyone have any preferences? All of this really works. We've tested most of these things, actually. I don't think we did the 50s, but everything else, I think we tried at some point. So is there any kind of setting you're interested in that you would like to put a queer bar into and tell the story of that queer bar? Or cafe, for that matter. I keep saying bar, but cafe is just as possible.
Man.
Well, I do like your earlier thought that it should be a dance bar. So
yeah, something contemporary, or maybe a little bit sci-fi or cyberpunk.
Mm-hmm.
So we can add in,
a
little bit of more weirdness than you might expect.
Yeah. Cool.
Although I will say the concept of a fantasy medieval queer bar is pretty amusing. I would like to try that at some point.
Yeah, I actually played a game where we had one of those. That was interesting because you have to think about what does that mean in that setting, because traditionally you don't have queer bars in medieval times. So that was interesting. I recommend it. So what I hear is that our bar has dancing. We're sort of having a little bit of sci-fi vibe. Are we on Earth? Are we on a space station? How sci-fi are we?
I think still on Earth. It's fine. We're just I just want to be 10 minutes into the future kind of sci-fi, where
post-pandemic.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. And maybe, maybe people have computer implants or something. It's not is starting to come into fashion, that kind of thing.
Okay, does that work for you, Joe?
Sure.
Cool. Okay. Anything else we want to? What's the clientele of our bar? Is it everyone? or do we have a specific subgroup we're interested in?
Oh, I think maybe cast a wide net.
Sounds good to me.
That's what I miss about my college days. I was in a college town. It wasn't that big, and so the gay bar. Everyone went to the gay bar, no matter who you were.
Yeah,
yeah. Where else are you going to go?
Yeah, that's also like my first queer community thing. Is like you just have to get along once a month at that party because that way everyone goes and there's nothing else. And yeah, I like that vibe. I like that vibe a lot. Great. Wonderful. I think we don't need to set up anything else right away unless you want to, I don't know, give any more details about, I don't know, time, technology or something. But we can just make up stuff during the game. Cool. So it seems like it's my to that's hard to keep track of if you don't have cards. I guess it's my turn to read on. So tone. Discuss the tone you're looking for today. Do you want to emphasize optimism and solidarity, or do you want to explore more dysfunctional or oppressive dynamics? Do you want a little bit of both? How do you feel about that?
I think again, maybe let it be open. We'll see organically where it goes.
Yeah.
Cool. Let me think. Yeah, I think I would like to have the QueerBar be very specifically trans inclusive and trans friendly. That's the only thing I would want to, and I think I personally have a tendency towards more hopeful stories, but the game definitely allows also some conflict and some problems on the way there if we want to. Okay. Now I didn't translate the headline, but it just means X card.
If anything appears during the game that you'd like to remove, you can use the X card. You can tap the X card on the table, use an X gesture, or say, I'd like to X card remove that, whatever works for you. It might be necessary to clarify what content needs to be removed or changed, but you never have to explain why you want it removed.
After an X card has been used, check in with each other. Do you feel like continuing play right away? Do you need a short break? Would you like to stop the game altogether?
Further consent and safety tools. Feel free to add further methods to ensure everyone's safety, consent, and well-being, and to get everyone on the same page. In any case, the people in the session and their well-being are always more important than the game. I guess this is where I ask about lines and veils. Do we want to set up some formal lines and veils? I don't know. I'm thinking of like typical bar topics like alcohol use, maybe drug use, maybe, I don't know, romance, sex. Anything else I can think of?
Yeah, nothing comes to mind.
Dancing.
Yeah. Dancing. No enforced dancing. That's yeah. Are you serious about that though?
No.
Okay, good. Okay. So I would say we don't need the Google Sheets to fill that in, do we? Should we?
No,
sorry.
Because I feel like that's easy enough to keep track of.
We'll find out as we go.
Okay. Yeah, and that's also cool to add stuff if something comes up later. Okay. Joe, please continue reading.
Further consent and safety. Oh no.
Yeah, we did that.
Okay.
It's the second page.
How to play. Drawing cards and answering questions. When it's your turn, draw a card, look up the question attached to it on pages, and read the question out loud. Then interpret it and answer it however you like. During your turn, the other players may ask you follow-up questions or make further suggestions. Whenever you answer these questions, or whether you answer these questions or accept the suggestions is your decision.
Making decisions. Be brave and make decisions about the world or propose relationships between the characters. As long as you respect the boundaries expressed earlier, there are no wrong answers. Trust that the other players will suggest alternatives or use the X card if necessary.
Adapting and passing on questions. If necessary, adapt the question, ask the other players for ideas, or skip your turn and pass along the questions to the next player. A question can be passed along until it has been answered or someone uses the X card. You can also X card a question you drew yourself. If the question you drew is taken out of the game by the X card, just draw a new question.
Oops, sorry, my turn. Developing characters and naming the QueerBar. After everyone has answered 1 to 2 questions and you already know a few things about the QueerBar and the people in the team, take a short break and think about who your characters are. Let the other players know the names, pronouns, and perhaps the age, gender, and/or orientation of your character. You can also share some details about their appearance. Use index cards to keep notes if you like. You may also want to choose a name for your QueerBar or cafe at this point.
Ending the game. The final question. Keep playing as before until you feel it's a good time for the final question, or until you have 10 to 15 minutes left to play. Everyone then answers the final question. Then the game is over.
Stars and wishes. After the game, everyone may name their personal highlights and possible wishes for future sessions. You may know this as stars and wishes.
Feedback. We would be very grateful if you would fill in our feedback form.
Yeah. That link should still work. So if you want to do that, please feel free to do that. But that's not an expectation at all. So now Aaron, would you like to read the bit with "Now the story begins" and then
Sure.
we begin?
So, you are part of the queer community. You are lesbian, gay, bi or pan, non-binary, trans, queer, intersex, asexual, and/or aromantic. The QueerBar is also part of this community. You are part of the QueerBar team or have been working at the QueerBar in another role. The QueerBar is a home for you. Today is an important anniversary for the QueerBar. You're sitting at the bar waiting for the others so you can celebrate together. You look around the room and remember your experiences at the QueerBar. Whoever wants to, draw the first playing card.
Cool. So we can draw the first card.
So how is the card drawing happening?
The card drawing happens. You go to. I'm going to post the link in the chat again, just in case. I made us a very, very simple playing board in playing cards.
Okay.
And that's we have a stack of cards that I can just shuffle again. And I'm going to demonstrate. If you click on it, then it turns over a card, and then you can draw it over to the other stack, and then you can draw the next card. And so that's how it works.
Cool.
So does anyone want to start with the first question? And then we look up whatever the card means in the table in the second PDF.
Let me get the other PDF. Have into my.
Should I send you the link again?
No, I've got the link. I'm just trying to.
Great.
I'm moving slow this morning.
No problem. We have time.
Okay.
Does anyone feel adventurous and wants to start? If not, I will.
I'll go ahead.
Cool.
Let's do it.
Wonderful.
What do we have? King of Clubs. Okay. Oh boy.
Ooh.
The hallway in front of the restrooms at the QueerBar brings up a strong memory for you. What did you experience there? Oh boy. Hallway in front of the restrooms. This is harder than For the Queen.
You could always pass on the question to someone else, or you can pick a different question. Or we can ask you questions to
Okay.
narrow it down more.
I think it was this reminds me of someone there was a group that did let's see, it was a a bachelorette party
Oh my god.
that went to the QueerBar, right? And
No.
so they it was this big group, and it was even bigger, you know, because of course it was like mostly women and their friends, right?
Yeah.
So they were making a big thing of it, a big party at the bar. Kind of, it was like, they were most of the crowd that night. So anyway, they like took up the bathroom, like I don't know how many, right? Just like all at the same time. They all went in together and whatever. And so I was stuck, I was like working, and I was just stuck waiting for the bathroom for this big group to get through. So yeah, my memory is just like trying to hold it,
Yeah.
and like banging on the door after like 10 minutes, like, come on.
Yeah.
There's other customers out here,
Yeah. And how did you feel about bachelorette parties at the QueerBar after that experience?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
cool.
I was angry at the time, but it's all is forgiven afterwards,
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my goodness. I like that. Oh. Okay, so it's my turn. Let's see. Or do we have any follow-up questions or suggestions to that? I don't want to rush us.
No.
Okay. And then I'll have the 3 of clubs. Ooh, someone says you don't really belong in the queer park community. Why do you agree, and would you like things to be different? Ooh, I think I feel like maybe I grew out of it a little bit. Because I'm a little bit older by now, and I don't go out as much anymore, and it has become slightly more annoying than it was in the past. And I feel like that has made me grumpy at times. Maybe I also have, I don't know, maybe I have chronic pain issues or something, or like, and then I'm in a bad mood, and then someone says I don't really belong because this is a place to have fun and have a good time. And I kind of agree, and I wish it was different. But yeah, maybe I have this malfunctioning implant, and it messes with the pain, and I wish I could get it fixed, and so far I haven't been able to. And yeah, but I kind of miss it when things were easier for me. But I also don't. I feel like I have a stubborn streak, and I don't want to leave it. I'm like, no, they need to deal with me even when I'm grumpy. I'm still a member of this community.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So who is it? Is it one particular person, or is it kind of just people in general?
Oh yeah, I think maybe it's just one person. There's one person who made that one comment, but that has really stuck with me. And I made it a bigger deal than it probably is. And I think it's a very energetic person. Maybe I used to be like that. And so, but we don't, it's not like I dislike them, but yeah, that hurt. I don't know. Was it one of you, maybe? Or is it someone else?
Maybe.
No, we could leave that open for now. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Do you want to
next.
draw a card? Great.
Let's see here. 7 of Hearts. You admire a person on the QueerBar team. What impresses you most about them? They're very stylish. They're very cutting edge. They're one of the reasons so many people flock to the QueerBar. So they're kind of aspirational for me. You know, they're always showing a different look. Their makeup's always on point. It's just fabulous. And so,
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Cool. Have you tried to be more like them?
Oh yes, God, yes. God. It's kind of like every time they change their look, I show up the next time with my kind of an alteration to mine.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sort of in their slipstream, just being dragged along.
Yeah. Do they know that that you admire them?
Yes, in a sort of. I'm not the only one that behaves this way. So there's like a gaggle of us that just you know, and they realize they have this sort of band of young admirers and whatnot, but they pay a certain amount of attention because they pay attention to everyone because it's, you know, that's part of their role here. To be fabulous and entice people into the club. But so far they haven't really singled me out for any special regard or disdain or what have you.
Yeah. Yeah. Cool. Cool.
Okay.
Great.
Let's see. 2 of spades. Which regular guest at the QueerBar do you dislike, and why is it still okay for you that this person is there? Regular guest. You know, I think it's I think it's my my sister actually.
Ooh, interesting.
And I think you know, I dislike her because she's just because we grew up together and she annoys me. And you know, she like she always growing up, she kind of I think she you know, made fun of me and kind of she teased me about being gay, you know.
Oh, yeah.
And and she's not even gay, right? And now she comes into the queer bar, like,
Yeah.
it's all
Yeah.
fine, and it's like there's no sign on the front that says you can't be here, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I just but it's still,
Yeah. Was it her
it's fine.
bachelorette party?
Oh, that will hear the
Oh my
same thing.
Oh my God. Yeah, maybe it was. Maybe that's why it pissed me off so much. So, but I think it's okay now because like we're older, we get along a little better,
Yeah.
So it's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine.
It's kind of it's nice to but it is kind of it's like it's nice that I still get to see her, because now that we don't live in the same house, we have that distance, right? And she still comes to my work.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. 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 Oh my God. I totally see the family dynamic. Why are you here? You're not even gay. She doesn't even go here. Sorry.
Yeah.
Amazing. I don't think we ever had a sister, like a family relationship. I like that.
No.
There's always new stuff. So let's see. I have a 2 of clubs. Which one is that? Oh, when renovations are needed at the queer bar, you all often take matters into your own hands. What was the last big project you did to improve the queer bar? Interesting. Yeah, I think I'm trying to think of something that puts the sci-fi vibe in a little bit more. Goodness, I can't think of anything.
Like maybe it's a part of the entertainment system. Could be an upgraded in some cool techie way.
Yeah, I think. Maybe maybe if we have a dance bar, we upgraded the system that connects like the music and the lighting, and it has some interesting special effect. Maybe you can, if you have a particular implant, you get some extra sensory stimulation, like there's a tingling or a buzzing or something that just makes it even better. And
now you can feel the bass and also feel like the fourth dimension coming in.
Or maybe if it likes the depending on how close you are to people, there's like some very the nice kind of buzzing, and you can play around with that if you have the right implants. So it's not, you don't have to do that, but if you want to, you can sort of tap into that. And I feel like it's very popular, and I feel like I'm slightly annoyed about it because I feel like, why do we have the money for that? And I can't even afford like to fix my paint stuff. But I have to admit, I think I tried it because I feel like maybe there's like mobile implants that you can rent at the bar, and I think I tried it, and it was really nice. It was really nice. I have to admit that.
I love that. So, you can, some people have it like actually implanted and otherwise you get like it's like a necklace or something, just a wearable that gives you some of the experience, but not the full thing,
Yeah. Cool. Oh my goodness. And I'm seeing like people who said sort of like the modern dance where you like play around with how close you are to someone and sort of move around.
Totally. Love that.
Amazing. Amazing. Cool. Have either of you tried this?
I've tried everything.
Of course.
Yeah, I'm into it.
Yeah.
I do. I think I go out there when I'm not working.
Yeah.
I'll
Yeah.
go do it.
Yeah. Cool. Very cool. Okay.
So my romantic partner also was part of the QueerBar team. Did that influence the dynamic of the team? Which romantic partner?
I don't know. You tell us. All of them?
Well, I mean, there's a couple. I mean, I think I'm a bit of a butterfly, kind of flitting around from flower to flower, and have a reputation on the team as not someone to take terribly seriously when it comes to matters of the heart. That, I tend to get very intensely involved, and then it's done, and I've moved on.
Yeah.
So and so there's depending on the person, it can range from amusement at me to there's one. Lee is bitter about it. Lee's one of the bartenders. Was new, and I was like, well, they're cute, and did my thing, and then they were too new to realize what the trajectory was going to be, and so they still bear a little bit of a grudge.
Yeah.
So, which goes completely over my head because, of course, everyone adores me.
Yeah.
I mean, I kind of at some level know that he's a little pissed, but I'm sort of like, wow.
Yeah. I might have tried to warn him, but of course he didn't listen. Maybe Lee was the one who made the comment about me being too grumpy for this anyway. And I'm just spoiling the fun.
He was lashing out at you because he was mad at me. So.
Yeah, nothing. No, you don't understand. Yeah. 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 How does the rest of us feel about that? Are we annoyed about the tension, or are we like, well, that's just them?
Yeah, I think I'm sympathetic
Yeah.
to how it is,
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, we do get a lot of cute people at the QueerBar. We have to. Well, you have to admit that. Yeah. Yeah. Cool. I like that.
So. That makes it my turn. Okay.
Yes. Yes.
10 of clubs. Oh, geez. 10 of clubs. Okay. Someone left the QueerBar team. What conflict in the group was the reason?
Yeah, you get all the conflict questions today.
Actually, wait. We've each answered a couple of questions. Do we want to? Define our characters a bit more.
Yes. Yes. Let's do that. Let's do that. So let's put that question on hold for now, or maybe skip it altogether. Do we want to? Also, we didn't talk about breaks, but I would suggest that we see if we need a break in the middle.
I will eventually need to top off my coffee. So.
Yeah. Should we then maybe say that I don't know. Goodness, I can't calculate anymore today. Since we're playing, because I'm trying to do calculations with time zones, and that's just not working. Wait a second. Give me a second.
Another
4, 5,
45 minutes or so.
So we have until until 6 my time, so we have another 2 hours, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Good. So then maybe we take a break in about half an hour. If that works for you?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Wonderful. Cool. Yes, but we should think about our characters now. This is actually a good time. So we know a little bit about the bar. We know a little bit about the dynamics. We have established some facts, and we can make some decisions if we want to. And just to remind everybody, we need a name and pronouns, and if everything else is optional, but if you have like an age or gender or an orientation or appearance or anything else you would like to share, that's of course fine and welcome, as long as we leave some room for further discoveries during the game.
Mm-hmm. So I am Sebastian Flores.
Nice.
So I am a young Latino man. Tends to wear a bit of makeup and dress to the nines when he comes to the bar. What does he do exactly for the team? I think it's a mix of things. I don't know if he's actually so much an employee as a fixture. I think he's just always there.
Yeah.
And occasionally helps out when,
Yeah.
you know, there's a crunch and they need another. Probably don't trust him behind the bar, but, you know, to do stuff around the place. So.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Nice.
Oh gosh.
I like that.
Let's do. All right. I'm gonna go with Baldwin.
Nice.
Baldwin Buffon. He, him. And let's see. I think I am a bartender most nights, or kind of whatever is needed as it goes. Part of the team. And yeah. And let's see, I'm also like a patron, right? I'll come in sometimes, you know, not to work, but just to hang out and drink and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm bi, I think, in terms of sexuality.
How old are you?
Oh, I think I'm pretty young, so like maybe kind of late 20s. So I've been working here a couple years, but still kind, you know, sort of new to this particular community.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah. Oh, and I've got this cool wig that's like wearable, like fine fiber optics.
Ooh.
You know, so
nice.
When I'm working, you know, sometimes I'll just go like I just have like shaved head, bald. You know, that's like my serious look. You know, but when I come to party, I've got like a cool wig that's got like the, you know, all the lights shining out the ends of the you know, it comes down to like like sort of mid neck length.
Nice.
And it like shows, you know, shines lights, and then you can shake it around, you know, in the dance, right? And it's like cool lights flying around. Yeah,
amazing. I like that. I'm trying to think of a last name. I decided my first name is going to be Luke, and I believe I used to. I'm not sure if I own the bar, but maybe I sort of, because I don't want to have the hierarchy, but I feel like I've been doing stuff at the bar like forever. I've been here forever, and when I started, I still used to identify as a dyke, but then I realized at some point that I'm a trans guy, and now I'm and did transition stuff, which is unfortunately a lot easier in these sci-fi times we have. And I still have the sort of, I feel like my personal vibe hasn't changed much, because I'm always like I feel like I give off a sort of a daddy vibe.
Nice.
Maybe I think I'm very happy that I'm now gonna have really nice beard, and I might be a little bit too much into beard care.
Do you sculpt it?
Yeah, I kind of. I really care about the shape it has, and I feel like I have like an absurd collection of beard oils and stuff you can put into it. I mean, I personally don't know too much about beard care, but
have you seen those competitions of like those crazy beards where they'll like
where you like get the really cool
they'll do wax it and do like crazy shapes with the mustache and the beard and whatever.
Yeah, I feel like
I could totally...
that's who I follow on whatever the equivalent of Instagram is. But I feel like I'm a little bit more understated, and it's just a really nice shade that really makes my face look really good, and I like it to smell nice and be nice when you touch it. And otherwise, I don't care too much about like I have a haircut and it suits me, and I don't care too much about clothes and stuff, but my beard is really important to me. And I feel like my implant is a bit old, and which is why I had these pain issues. And I think, like, I'm thinking, like, what kinds of people am I into? I feel like I'm into people who are sort of feminine, but I don't really care what bodies they have. Like, I like the femme ones, and that works. That works.
Nice.
Yeah. There may have been some exceptions to the rule. I tried stuff, and yeah. And I feel like I'm older. I'm at least in my 50s. Like, yeah, probably more towards the late 50s or something. And yeah, but I still do. I feel like I do a lot of the heavy lifting. Like, I carry stuff and install stuff. It's gotten harder with the years, and now I'm trying to figure out what else I can do that doesn't strain me as much physically, and maybe a little bit in between, like where can my space be now in this bar? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I feel like that. That's Luke. I'm going to see if I can change my name. If I can find out where.
Yeah.
If
I can't find the button for that. Where's that?
Mine is. And I see him.
On the lower left, there's. I've got on the lower left. I got an image of my own screen, and you click on the three dots, and it's there.
Gotcha.
Yes, thank you. I had to look for that. Does anyone have a suggestion for a last name? I'm bad with last names.
Oh, I get a random generator right here.
Yeah.
Wozniak.
Can't pronounce that.
Woods.
Luke Woods. That sounds like a porn star.
That sounds, yeah. That's
Luke Woods. I mean, but if you get to choose your gender, you can choose your name, right?
True. I can. I keep forgetting that you can easily change your last name in the US, because that's not easy in Germany at all.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, why not?
It doesn't have to be your legal name.
Yeah, true. True.
What you go by.
True. Okay, I'll take it. I take liquids. There we go. Now we have to all live with the decision until someone X's it. Yeah. Cool.
All right. Very good.
Okay. So do we? Yeah. Is there anything else we want to establish? I feel like Luke really just dresses like comfortable. Comfortable is a very high priority for me, and yeah, I don't know. I was thinking like how much do I actually want to take him into sort of a leather type of direction, but maybe we can leave that open and see if that becomes relevant at all.
Maybe jeans and
Yeah.
like nice leather jacket.
Yeah.
Kinda,
Oh, and I definitely have
vibe.
one of these leather vests that I keep
Oh
wearing.
yeah, there you go.
It's very, very old, but my size hasn't changed that much. I've always been kind of on the big side, and so yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
I think Baldwin isn't quite as on top of the fashion.
Mhm.
We know.
For the yeah. Baldwin, I think addresses more. He's a little more punk rock
Mhm.
on the punk rock side, I think, compared to this is more like
Yeah.
I feel like a dance club kind of vibe,
Mhm.
Yeah.
But Baldwin doesn't super care about like the
Yeah.
being seen part of it, He's
Yeah.
kind of more here to party.
Yeah.
Than
Yeah.
than
Yeah.
Yes.
Cool. So
all
do
that.
you have a favorite color, or do you like wear how give me something about the vibe of your
Oh,
the visual of your clothes?
let's see.
Like if it
I
goes,
think
does it go? Is it as colorful as your wig, or is it like very subdued and then the wig is the focal
no, I
point?
think it's mostly uh I think it's like mostly t-shirts
Mm-hmm.
and kind of lighter colors
Mm-hmm.
that will reflect the wig,
Oh, nice.
so it kind of bounces
Yeah. Maybe you
the
have
light
some
around.
metallic fabric
Oh yeah,
that reflects.
that's cool.
You're like a
Yeah,
walking disco ball.
yes, yeah,
Amazing.
very in your
Um,
face kind of
yeah.
bright, like
Yeah.
bright or just like white t-shirts and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that. Ooh, I like our bar already. Yeah. So, do you want to go back to the question
Yeah.
about someone leaving the team, or
Yeah.
do you want to draw a new one?
Now let's do it. Someone left the QueerBar team. What conflict in the group was the reason? So, yeah, there was some conflict. We've already had some hints of conflict here, but I think. Oh, it's been an hour. So, I think. Oh, okay. It was. I think it was something to do with the management of the
Mm-hmm.
bar, right? Um, so the um, yeah, I think someone tried to get their friend hired, like uh, a current employee tried to bring somebody else in that really needed the job, kind of thing, and uh, management didn't, was not sympathetic,
Mm-hmm.
and they actually they felt so betrayed,
Mm-hmm.
that they they just left. They're like, well, you know, if you're not going to take them, then I'll leave as well, right?
Oh no, yeah,
So they kind of left in solidarity with their friends.
yeah. Oh, I feel like now we're missing the person filling that
and-
role. So what was that job?
Oh yeah, yeah. Let's see, what kind of jobs do we need? Oh, maybe it was like the cook, right?
Ooh,
Because every bar needs, you know,
yeah,
some kind of food stuff.
yeah,
So now we've only have like the dry good, like peanuts and whatever,
yeah,
you know, out of a
yeah.
box.
Oh goodness.
But nobody's running the fryer.
Oh no. Okay, so now we desperately need a new cook.
Yeah. And
no.
yeah, and so and I feel like this
Yeah.
this caused conflict in the group because it was kind of like the cook, the former cook, turned it into like you're either with us or against us. You know, you have to pick a side,
Oh
kind of
yeah,
thing, right? So, you know,
yeah, yeah.
which is why like some people were like, well, you know, I'm not going to either. I'm going to remain neutral, or I'm you know, I'm not like
Mm-hmm.
supporting you, right? I'm not throwing in like, oh, we should hire some other person, right? And
Yeah.
so they were like, well, if we all pulled together, right, then we could have forced management to
Oh
bring
yeah,
this person in.
yeah,
But it didn't happen that way.
yeah. So I feel like there's still some remaining tension, and we haven't really resolved that, and there's still stuff that, yeah, maybe it's one of these topics that keeps bubbling up whenever there's some other conflict. Somebody brings in that situation when the cook was, and I feel like we always make it into they were fired, which is not true, but it's
Right.
sort of developed into yeah, into a thing. Yeah,
Yeah.
I like that. God,
Yeah.
I miss the food. Why do we only have black cards today? So I have 4 clubs. Oh, interesting. Someone says you don't really belong in the queer bar community. Why do you see that differently? And who agrees with you? I kind of want to pass on that question because I had the very similar one already.
Yeah. Huh.
Joe, would you like to answer that one, or should I pick a new question?
So I definitely feel I belong in the queer bar community,
Mm,
and that they're ridiculous.
mm, yeah.
So I think it might actually be you, Luke.
Ooh. Mm-hmm.
Because you perhaps you don't think I really. You're kind of the older, back in my day,
Yeah.
we banded together, and,
Yeah.
and you young guys don't understand,
Yeah.
blah, 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 blah. And
Yeah.
I'm just this little flitting butterfly who's just sort of like,
Yeah.
okay, grandpa.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I think that's the tension that,
Oh, I like that.
I just kind of like, I am not tuned into the
Yeah.
history, and
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
sort of like,
Maybe you're
we live in the world as it is, not the
Yeah.
world
right.
that we came from.
Oh
Yeah.
So,
God. Yeah.
Maybe you're willing to take some risks, you know, that back in the day would have been
Yeah.
risky, you know,
Yeah.
to like be
I
going with all these
started
different people.
I started college in '84, and there was a very and the university GLBT organization was like very much a center point for a lot of community involvement. So there are people in the community that we were connected to. So it's kind of a weird thing because you had all these young students
Mhm.
that were out or starting to be out in a very different way than these
Yeah.
people 10, 20 years older.
Yeah.
And I have this very vivid memory of they were showing us a presentation they wanted to do for some organization. And it was a slideshow of empty rooms.
Mhm.
And it was supposed to be a metaphor for the invisible gay person that, not being part of things and whatnot. And so all the older people who were very internalized with this idea of how long they had to live a lie and not being seen and whatnot. And then all these 20-year-olds going, what the hell is this? What are you doing? What is going on? Why would you show this to anyone? So
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
very stark. So,
Yeah. Oh God, I totally see. I feel like Luke is definitely. I mean, in that board, Luke is definitely like me, like always wanting to teach you about like the politics. Being queer is inherently political. How can you not realize that?
Right.
This is not just you have to take care of your community. You can't just flit around and do your thing and don't care about tomorrow. That you will meet these people again. They will always be around because this is your
Oh,
community.
yeah.
This is Luke.
Don't burn your bridges. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like it's not falling. It's kind of falling on deaf ears.
Yeah, pretty. I mean, it depends how much he's had to drink. Because he's actually, when he's drunk, he's kind of like, I love you so much, Luke.
Yeah. Yeah.
Still isn't really listening because he's drunk.
Yeah.
And when he's sober, it's sort of like,
Yeah.
I like this number. I'm going to go dance now.
Yeah. 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 And I feel like Luke secretly is always like, my goodness, I wish I could be like that. Like that level of carefreeness,
Mhm.
I can't even imagine. And so I feel like, and sort of still like can help, still looking out for you in his grumpy way, and sort of sometimes steers unfortunate people or like really not good people away from you by giving them very, very stern looks. Like, I see that, I see what's going on, and like you have to go through me. So basically, but I don't think you know that. I think that's like sort of the background stuff
Sounds good.
Luke sometimes does. But yeah, oh my goodness.
Uno reverse card.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Now Joe's turn.
Yes.
So do I draw a card because I answered your card, or does
I guess
it pass on to...
technically, I passed on my turn, so now it would be Aaron's turn.
Okay.
Oh, okay. So give me a 6 of hearts. Hearts. Okay. The QueerBar held a joint event with another group in town. Which one? How did that collaboration come about? Another group. Oh, interesting. The local Girl Scouts. No.
It can't be anything with bachelorettes.
No. Let's see.
But maybe your sister was involved.
Another local. Oh my God. Yeah. What other kind of groups are there? Interesting. I like this. It could be like a local art gallery type thing. Joint event. So yeah, because there's.
Did we go to their space or did they come to our space?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. Yeah, I think I think we went to their space, right?
Mhm.
They have like a little gallery. It's kind of like just outside downtown,
Mhm.
and they were having one of these, sort of they're kind of one of these, hipster, like cool places, and they were doing a showcase of queer artists' work, and so they had us do like sort of the catering and the music and stuff for this big showcase. And how did it come about? So I think my sister is sort of tapped into that scene because she's older, and I think so she's a little more like business savvy, right? And connected, and maybe she is an artist, or she's like kind of in that world a little bit more, where I Baldwin could care less about it. But he's not much of an artist himself. But so we had to schlep all the stuff over there. We did specific cocktails themed around the event and stuff, and it was kind of a lot of work to set up the sound system and get everything, and just for one, it was like a one night deal kind of thing. So I think it was poorly attended and not really worth it. But it was kind of an interesting change of pace to get out of the bar and go somewhere else.
Yeah.
I don't know. What do you think? Did you all show up?
Oh God, no.
Oh God, I think I kind of felt responsible for carrying stuff and rolled my eyes the entire time. And
oh yeah, so you had to go.
Like, why would you agree to that? As nobody thought about the work. I could have told you.
Oh yeah.
But I feel like once I was there, once everything was set up, I think I used that as an opportunity to get dressed up a little bit. Because it was a tiny little bit more formal than our bar usually is. And I got to wear, I feel like, I don't know, maybe, do I have a suit? Probably have a suit or something like that
nice.
is dressed up for me. And I think I flirted with a really nice person, and I'm trying to think who it was. Maybe maybe if your sister is involved, maybe it was one of your sister's friends or colleagues, and it turns out she is very queer indeed.
Oh yeah.
And we got along very well. That made up for a lot of things.
Was it one of the artists who had some kind of work on display, a hologram or something?
Oh, maybe. Yeah, maybe. And there was also some kind of interactive thing, and at first I didn't want to try it because it seemed like very silly, but yeah, it was an experience.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, Baldwin served the cocktails, and I think he wore his cool wig. But and just his normal some loud T-shirt, and sort of leather pants, but then also had just a tie.
Yeah.
Just totally incongruous.
Yeah.
Just to put a nice little little formal touch, to
Yeah.
fit in a little bit.
Yeah, I like that. I like that.
But he had to represent that
Yeah.
the actual culture of our bar, right? It's like
Yeah,
a little
yeah.
more messing with you.
Thank goodness Sebastian didn't see that.
Sebastian is seeing pictures from
Yeah.
the event and is like, Lou, you have another outfit. I was like, Baldwin, you wear your wig. Nice.
Yeah, I dressed up.
Oh goodness. Great. Great. And Luke's like, Sebastian, you should have been there. It was really interesting. You would have liked it. It was very artistic.
I prefer to be the art than to
All right. All right.
look at the art.
All right. And then Luke goes on to tell you some, because I feel like the person I flirt with told me all about the technical side of things, like how she set it up and how it works and what kind of programming goes into it. And Luke remembered like one detail and now has things that this is young person stuff and tries to connect to Sebastian about it.
And I'm sort of like
Sebastian's-
nodding while using my implants to check social media.
yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah. You've got the one retina is like flashing the
Yes.
feed.
Oh.
Perfect.
Oh yeah. Great.
The
Amazing.
one, yeah.
We
The one
Okay.
pupil. All right.
can do our little break.
Andrea. Oh, okay.
Yes, we can do. Let's do a break right now,
Okay.
and I don't know, 5 minutes or something.
5 is good. Yeah.
Sweet.
Okay, I think I'm going to end the recording and then start again once we
Okay.
return.
Cool.
Okay, and now it's recording. I don't know why it says live. Anyway, we're not streaming anywhere. We're just recording. And let's see. I have a card that I haven't looked up. I have the 9 of Hearts. Ooh, I made out heavily with someone at a party at the QueerBar. What about that was unexpected for you? What would be unexpected for Luke? I think it was a person I'm usually not attracted to. I think for some reason there was some, I don't know, like a very masculine person. Probably. I feel like we're probably very similar, like in terms of appearance.
Oh.
Also had a really nice beard. And I care about these things.
It was the beard.
And yeah, I think actually it probably went from like, oh, let me touch your beard, feel my beard, feel how soft it is, and it kind of went from there. And then there was like really strong chemistry, and I did not expect that to happen at all, and I did not expect that to happen with that kind of person. But it was really really nice. And
1 minute you're talking about product and what makes your beard soft, and then suddenly I've been there.
yeah, I mean, it happens, and I maybe feel a little bit awkward about it because I don't quite know what to, because I thought I knew who I was and who I was into and how things worked, and now that has been all called into question again. And I don't know. And also it was kind of out in the open, like everyone saw that. That was not subtle and not discreet. And someone probably made a comment about it.
It's okay. It's okay, Luke. We see you and we judge you.
Yeah. Yeah.
I show up. I show up, and I've got a little gift wrap present for you. And
what is it?
It's a T-shirt that says "Daddies." Sometimes daddies need daddies too.
Oh yes. I feel like Luke definitely takes this T-shirt and sort of like hits you with it like playfully, but it's also like, this is actually very sweet, Sebastian. And you're right, and puts it on and wears this the entire night. And I really appreciate because you got my size perfect. I did not expect that. But it looks, it's like it's comfy, but it's also like the exact, it's like snug in a nice way. And yeah.
I know everyone's sizes. It's my superpower.
Oh yeah. That is a superpower. Yeah. Oh, nice. Yeah. Oh God. I feel like now Luke has a very unbecoming crush on that person.
There was a self-defense workshop at the QueerBar. Who did you go home with afterwards? The instructor. God.
Obviously.
I mean,
how did that happen though?
Wow. Wait, are they a regular like patron, community member?
oh yeah. It was one of these things, community helping community.
Oh, okay.
Kind of, they've been to the bar, but there's some sort of local community center that they work out of and whatnot. And
nice.
There was this moment where I was being used as the example partner, and they were showing like how to break like out of a headlock or something, and I was sort of like, choke me, daddy, and it just kind of went from there. So.
Oh goodness.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Cue my Pikachu surprised face.
Oh goodness. Yeah, but I feel like the instructor was very like, yeah, there was a moment where they like blushed and then we're like, we can do that after.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
This is,
see me after class.
Let's not mix. Yeah. Yeah, but there was like, oh goodness.
So
at one point in the evening, I was gonna like, people would appreciate your classes more if you injected a little humor. I'm just saying, it doesn't have to be all so serious.
Yeah.
I mean, self-defense can be fun.
And Luke definitely said, you know what? I feel like you're not taking this seriously, Sebastian. We need to know these kinds of things, and you never know. And then like totally brought the mood down again.
And actually, I kind of like look you up and down and says, "Sweetie, I walk outside looking like this. You walk outside looking like that. Which one of you do you think has a better situational awareness of needing to protect themselves?"
Yeah. Okay, you have a point. Touche.
All right. So I got 8 of spades. You once screwed up an important matter and thereby endangered the QueerBar. Oh shit. What did you do? Oh my God. All right. Well, I am an official employee, and also I do the bar. So I think one night at the end of the night, it was I was closing up,
the bar, and I just I locked the front, but I forgot to lock the back
Ooh, yeah.
door after I left. And so I let's see. So I think what happened was it was just some of the maybe not regulars necessarily, but like some people in the community like got in right after hours and like raided the bar.
Oh no. Yeah.
And they didn't like do too much damage and stuff, but when management found out about it, right, they were like, this could have been a lot worse, right? If it was somebody else had come in, there are people who like can target us and would have totally damaged the place and done whatever, right, vandalized it. So so Baldwin really really messed it up, and started taking security more seriously after that point. But nobody got hurt. So
yeah. We just didn't have, I don't know, I feel like we didn't have somebody had to like scramble to get back the stuff that they had taken, probably just expensive alcohol or something.
Exactly.
And
yeah.
Because there was a big event and we were like, oh no.
Yeah.
And
I think they
did you get sent to replace everything, even if you had your day off and didn't have much sleep?
Yeah. I think it was like, so they kind of partied all night, into the morning. And so I got woken up, right, by whoever was coming in, like, at 10 a.m. or whatever, just to set up, and found like this huge mess, and maybe somebody passed out in one of the booths or something, and like realized what happened, and so they called me immediately and were like, Baldwin, what the fuck?
Fix this. Oh goodness.
Come in here and help me, clean it up.
Yeah. Oh goodness, was it one of us who discovered that?
I would not be here at 10 a.m.
Yeah.
If any, it might have been Luke, because I think you're sort of brought in for like the early shift more than me.
Yeah. I think I was really angry at the beginning and probably yelled at you.
Oh yeah.
But also said, you know what? You need to do this, you need to get that, and you need to clean up this mess. And if you get that done, if you promise me this is not going to happen again, then not saying anything.
Oh, okay. All right. Sweet. So we kept it quiet, but I had to pay. I had to pay for all the replacements, right?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, out of my own pocket, just so management didn't find out, right?
Yeah.
Nice. Cool.
Yeah. Yeah, but I feel like I feel like Luke was probably more rattled than he let on, because like, oh my goodness, what could have happened? And then all the imagination went off, and but yeah, and I think for a while started double checking you, like until he was sure that you really learned your lesson. And
Nice.
Yeah.
I think I think we still use physical locks, like locks and keys, right?
Yeah.
Just to make sure like it can't get hacked or anything. So
yeah,
it's on us to keep us safe.
Yeah, because the only way you can hack a physical lock is by being physically there, and that narrows it down considerably.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So let's see. I have the King of. I think that's the first diamond we have. The King of Diamonds. What external cause did the QueerBar raise funds for recently? Some kind of
Girl Scouts.
Sorry, say it again.
Girl Scouts.
Girl Scouts. I feel like they're doing well on their own, but maybe there's some sort of medical fund for people to get their implants fixed, and we kind of got in onto that. And yeah, and there's maybe there's like a free clinic or something, and they offer these services, and they're not officially a queer project, but I feel like lots of queer people go there because I know that they're not going to. They do like fiddly stuff, and they can. I feel like the implants definitely can regulate your hormone levels and stuff, and maybe people go there to have that kind of stuff fixed, because that might sort of be on the edge of well, I don't know. I don't want to say legality, but sort of like
the regulations.
They do more specialized settings than you get in the mainstream tech places.
Yeah, I think it's considered voluntary modifications, right? So it's not covered by the normal healthcare stuff.
Yes. Yeah.
I need to step away for just half a second. I'll be right back.
Yes. Okay. Sure. I will use that time because I try always to keep a few notes just so I could tell my co-designer what we did. And I mean, I have the recording, but I never trust that I will actually have a recording. Yeah.
Yeah, it's nice. It shows in the corner what timestamp you're on, so you can even note like at this time in the recording, here's a interesting thing.
Yeah. That's actually also useful to just. I did that at the beginning, like go back and see like how much time does it actually take to answer a question.
Oh yeah.
I mean, there's definitely a range. Sometimes it's very quick, and sometimes you just elaborate. And and but it's been very interesting, like during the more intensive playtesting stage of this game. Yeah.
Oh yeah. So I have a question on that though. Since Luke has an implant, did this fundraiser also benefit you?
Oh, I feel like it should have.
Did you take advantage of this?
Probably. I kind of felt a little. Maybe I felt a little bad about it, because I felt like, so many people need it more than I do, and I'm okay. I can handle it. But maybe one of you said, you know what, Luke,
I rolled my eyes at you.
Yeah. Okay.
Get off the cross, honey. We need the wood.
What about Sebastian? Actually, I have two questions for you.
Yeah.
One, do you have any implant? Forgive me if this is too personal a question. Do you have any implants, cosmetic or otherwise? Or and then also, did you help out with the fundraiser in some way? Was this like an event that you hosted or something?
I think I do have implants because, all the young people I think probably have implants. It's just sort of the thing now. But mine I don't really have any problems with mine or anything. So, and I think I think I do some of the I don't want to say it. I help out with things like decorating the bar for theme nights, or helping out with the digital ads or whatnot and announcements. And I'm sort of like, I was just sort of despairing about how I'm going to how do we make updating your implants sexy? And everyone's like, we don't need to do that. It's like, we don't need to do a lot of things. So it was basically like that.
Oh my God.
I was just kind of like, this isn't a tea dance. This isn't this isn't a drag show. This is just
Sometimes you just gotta take care of stuff. Oh yeah. Oh
It's just
goodness.
like,
No.
charity, charity cocktails or whatever.
Yeah. I feel like you definitely got someone to do like a shirtless ad.
Yeah, I guess there's
yeah.
some,
Well, I might not look like that, but even I got my implant fixed a while ago.
So I'm assuming medical personnel fiddle with the implants and whatnot.
Yeah.
So I've got like a picture of a shirtless guy with a surgical mask and an operating hat holding up one of the tools used for implants. It doesn't make
the wrong
any
way.
sense. But...
Oh god.
Oh my God. Hot doctor stock photo.
Yeah.
Oh god. Oh god. Yeah. But it worked.
Yeah.
It did work.
Yeah,
Oh god.
I fear to subscribe to the QueerBar's social media feed.
God. Yeah. It is eclectic. Let's say that. Oh god.
Okay,
Yeah.
how has the QueerBar clientele changed over time? How did that happen? So Luke is the oldest. Have we been around for a long time? Is this like an old institution?
I feel like the bar has been around forever. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think it's gotten more. The stuff with all the synchronized lights and music and the implants and whatnot is more modern, of course, because it's just all been kind of invented in recent years. And it has if you walk into the place, it's a little weird for an outsider, I think, because there's a lot happening through people's implants and them communicating with each other through their implants and whatnot. It's sort of the next step beyond everybody looking at Grindr on their phone while they're at the bar. It's kind of the next step.
Yeah.
But if you're not synced up with everything that's going on or don't know how to access it or what have you, it seems like a lot of people just in their own world are like looking at each other and laughing without saying anything, and it could be hard to. It's always hard to break into social spaces, but it's a new flavor of that kind of.
Yeah.
So I think that's the main thing.
Cool.
That has changed. So.
Yeah, that's fascinating.
Yeah,
I can
and
relate.
we definitely didn't have bachelorette parties back in my day.
Oh yeah. Yeah, good point. Yeah, I mean, I like, personally, me, Aaron, I've,
Yeah.
never been part of like a bar community
Mhm.
very much. So, most of the time when I walk into a bar, just to get a drink or whatever, it is very much like that. I'm like, I don't know anybody here. I don't know what's going on. I'm not, I don't understand like
Yeah.
how to relate to people here. So
Yeah.
very fish out of water. So I think Baldwin takes on the role, like when we get a stranger walking in who maybe doesn't even realize like what kind of place it is, and they come up to the bar. I'll like kind of clue them in a little bit,
Oh yeah.
and
Yeah.
be
I
like,
like that.
here, do you want to, here's the feed to subscribe to, right? If you
Yeah.
want to see what's going
Yeah.
on, and like here's the artist that we have, doing handling the music. Here's the DJ,
Yeah.
that kind of thing, and
Yeah.
like
Oh, I like
I'll
that.
I'll
And
like introduce them, like to another person at the bar, like a regular, to kind of break the ice a bit.
yeah. Yeah. I mean, like you're very many people's first impression, like first contact, and you're the first person they talk to, and they either really, really appreciate that, and sort of, even if they don't become part of your personal social circle, they're always like, yeah, that's Baldwin. He
Yeah.
explained stuff to me when I was new. Or they really, really annoyed because who's that person info dumping stuff on them when they didn't even ask and just wanted to have a drink and peace and quiet.
Yeah.
But those are the minority. It's like
Yeah.
2 or 3.
I think it's kind of a fine line to walk.
Yeah.
Of I try to be sort of normy enough, to not put people off at first if they're not like super into it, but still, enough out there that people feel comfortable, if they are like super queer or whatever, like that they're not like, oh, this is not what I came for, right?
Yeah.
So
yeah,
it's hard.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely an important role of definitely. Yeah, I like that. And just imagining this person with just just a little bit off looking with the wig because you're not quite fashionable, but people still notice you. And
that's why I think. I think most of the time behind the bar, I don't wear the wig, right? Unless I'm like planning to get out and dance later.
Yeah.
I
like that.
Okay, J of Hearts. Jack of Hearts. All right. Oh my God. Oh no. Your ex still comes to the queer bar. How do you feel about that? Oh God.
The best questions.
So, well, obviously, my ex is also Sebastian's ex, because who isn't?
Oh, who isn't Sebastian's ex?
Because I think Baldwin is, typically into guys, but also swings both ways on occasion, but yeah, this guy, I want to name him. I want to name him. Let's see. Griffin. Yeah, Griffin.
Yeah.
He's let's see. I think he still comes, and I think I try to avoid him where possible, and just like, obviously I have to serve him, and I just like serve him as fast as possible, right, and then just walk away. I just like, here's your drink, and I'm out. So.
Did I get to him first before you, or Was
No,
did I catch him on the rebound?
Yeah. I think it was you. It was because of you that I realized, he's just not that into me anymore, right? Because
Oh.
he kind of started messing around with other guys,
Oh.
right? And I thought it's like, hey, we're exclusive here, right?
Mhm.
But then so now,
Yeah.
he's moved on, and I kind of haven't moved on yet.
Yeah. Oh
So,
no. Oh no.
yeah. So I'm always relieved when on the nights that he doesn't show up,
Mm.
So
Yeah. Sebastian, are you aware of that?
I think like Baldwin and I actually had it out a little bit at one point where, I was kind of like, number one, I didn't make anybody any promises. So you have a problem with how Griffin is behaving, you take it up with Griffin. And number two, you think I'm the only one? Well, honey, open your eyes.
oh my God.
It was very...
Yeah. Well, maybe if those people weren't so whoring around all the time.
If you want to deserve better, then deserve better. That's all I've got to say.
Oh, goodness. Oh. Oh God. I kind of want the two of you to bond over when Griffin starts something with the next person. And you both start like bad mouthing them.
my basic attitude was that
After me. What's there? Besides that one really attractive person that you admire.
Oh yes, that's right. Did I name that person?
No, you didn't.
I think I want to call them
Phoenix.
Lee.
Lee.
That's a nice.
Yeah. Wait,
that could be
didn't
anyone.
we have a Lee?
Did we have a Lee?
I feel like we had a Lee, but I don't remember who Lee was. Let me check my notes.
Not that I remember.
I distinctly remember writing down Lee, but I don't remember anything else. Oh yeah, Lee is Lee was one of your exes, and Lee's our bartender who is still bitter.
Oh, that's right.
So maybe we need a different.
Yes, we need a different
name.
I want something relatively neutral, so I will call them Chris.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, cool.
Chris, the fashionista.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Fashionisto?
Yeah. I think it's always fashionista, independent.
Yeah.
So let's see. It's my turn, right?
Go ahead.
I keep forgetting that So 5 of clubs. What QueerBar project that is close to your heart has not yet been realized? Ooh. I feel like Luke is all about the history, right? And Luke kind of wants to do like an installment of the history where you can teach people things in a bar environment, and it can be fun, and trying to take a note from Sebastian. But I feel like Luke's ideas so far have always been like slightly outdated in terms of how to present stuff and how to draw people in, and which is why they've always been shut down. Like,
I think Sebastian, whenever he like talks to you about it, is like he's always like, I'm seeing sepia, I'm seeing merchant ivory, and it's like 100 years in the past instead of like 20. It's like not that ancient, Sebastian.
yeah. Yeah, and Luke like desperately trying to get Sebastian to tell him like, how do I need to present the stuff that people like you would be interested in it, but so far hasn't found the solution.
Okay, I gotta pull a card.
Oh god. Maybe we need to make it a fashion show. Like, these were the 80s. I mean, people do have them these days, right?
Where in
I'm
the
old.
Where in the QueerBar do you like to be the most?
Oh,
Why?
nice.
Well, that's an interesting question. There's a 50-50 kind of. I like to be in Chris's entourage when they're holding court and whatnot. So I like to be part of the, the glittering kaleidoscope of butterflies around Chris. But I probably even more than that, I like to be out on the dance floor. So because that's what the bar is primarily known for. So yes, so I it's kind of I flip back and forth between those two arenas.
Yeah.
Where does Chris hang out then, if not the dance floor?
Does
he like have a table or a booth that's kind of the
I think
spot?
there's like there's perhaps more than one bar, so there's kind of a quieter kind of backroom bar that
a little
like
more
the main bar is close.
A little more well lit, so you can actually see what people are wearing.
The main bar is like close to the dance floor, and it's very loud, and people are like shouting their drink orders and whatnot. And then the farther bar is a bit quieter. So,
nice.
So that's where Chris likes to hold court. So, and it's actually cut off by, there's like a glass wall with doors. And so there's this constant sort of like punctuation of sound from the dance floor as people go in and out. So it's always this rising and falling
nice.
sound. So
nice.
Cool.
That's such a cool detail. Yeah. And can you actually see inside if the back bar is a little bit more, a little bit brighter? So you can be seen, but you cannot easily be disturbed.
Yes. And you could also, the folks in the back bar can watch the masses dancing and whatnot. So
yeah,
that's awesome. I want to go to this place now. That's freaking cool.
Yeah.
6 clubs. Okay. Oh my God. When you were on door duty, you wrongfully denied someone entry to the QueerBar. What were the consequences?
You really do get all the conflict questions. This is so weird.
Well, interesting. Actually, I think I want to turn this one around to. I mean, Luke is the obvious one here, but maybe Sebastian was working the door one time.
I think it was Luke, the person Luke met at the art show.
Oh,
Baldwin's sister's friend, and I only remember her from the bachelorette party.
Yeah.
And I remember Baldwin being kind of like, we've got to stop letting these bachelorettes in because they like ruin the vibe and whatnot. They take over. So I'm kind of like, I'm sorry, no, we're not having any bachelorette parties tonight. And she's kind of like, I'm here by myself. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't make the rules. I'm not even sure why I'm on the door. really me?
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
was so,
Yeah.
God.
Oh,
Yeah. How
yeah.
short-handed do we have to be?
yes, exactly.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
and I'm kind of like almost immediately ignoring her and talking to the next person in line.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel like she definitely said something like, you really need to broaden your horizons about how a queer person looks, you know?
Oh, shots
And
fired.
just sort of just threw her hair.
She's like texting you. You're in the bar wondering where she is. And she's like,
Swanned in, and then
Oh my God. Yeah. So what were the consequences? Did Luke talk to you afterwards?
oh yeah, I'm sure. Lou may have come out in the middle of things. She's, as he's
Yeah.
getting texts from
Yeah.
the woman who's kind of like, what's going on? It's like this person.
Yeah.
Baldwin
Yeah.
said.
Oh
Oh,
my God.
goodness.
Don't throw me
Yeah.
under the bus.
I get huffy. I leave. Fine. Someone else can watch the door.
Yeah. Oh, goodness. And then Luke probably, Baldwin, do the door. You're good with people.
There's nobody at the bar.
Yeah.
So suddenly I'm behind the bar and it's like chaos.
Yeah. Oh, God. Did Luke make
Oh,
you
man.
apologize?
Luke wanted me to apologize, but it was like this, I'm sorry that your girlfriend was offended.
Yeah.
One of those passive aggressive.
Yeah.
It's not my fault.
Oh, God. Yeah. Oh, God. Yeah. Luke definitely did not forgive that very easily. I feel
No.
like just
It
on
is,
principle.
a continuing bone of contention.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And I feel like probably started bringing around. I don't know. Maybe it started showing you pictures of, and like from historical people. And look, and she was queer, and she was also queer. And have you seen Tallulah Bankhead? And also, like, here's Marlene Dietrich, and also like
And I'm all
people who are,
kinds of annoyed because the whole issue
yeah,
is I thought she was part of a bridal
So
party.
it looked like you cannot tell. Yeah, not everybody is queer in the way you are queer. At least ask a question
Clearly.
before you refuse them. And I like that you're careful, and I like that you try to avoid the terrible bachelorettes. I hate them.
I continue to try
Just
to throw
among us,
Baldwin under
but
this. I was just following Baldwin's orders.
yeah. Oh God, it was a whole thing. Yeah.
Nothing's ever really Sebastian's fault, really.
Never. Oh
All
goodness.
right.
Yeah.
So I think Andrea is next then.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. I have the 6 of clubs. No, wait. Spades. There was a swap meet at the queer bar. What item did you find there, and why are you still attached to it? Ooh. Oh, maybe that was way back in the day. Maybe this is where I got my leather vest.
Ah.
And I think maybe it was a sad occasion because maybe it was a swap meet, but we also used that to. I feel like someone died, and we sort of started distributing their stuff within the community and used the swap meet. That part of that was during the swap meet. It wasn't just their stuff, and I feel like Luke immediately saw this vest. I was like, I'm taking that. That's mine. And because I feel like we had a connection. Maybe that person taught me lots of things when I was new. And now it always feels a little bit like when I wear it, it always feels like they're there, and it feels like a kind of like a subtle hug from them. And it's something like Luke. It's like I'm gonna be okay. I'm gonna be okay, and sort of Like, I feel like when he gets nervous, he got like sort of stroking the vest, and it's like, yeah, I'm good. We can do this. And yeah, but it's also like always a bit of sweet because I wish they still were there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I should
Cool.
draw a card, shouldn't I?
Yeah.
Hearts. An opportunity for cooperation that would have helped the QueerBar out financially fell through. Why does this relieve you? Oh my. I think it was some sort of commercial transaction. That I would never admit it in a million years, but I thought the whole thing was kind of tacky and sort of like not really the vibe. But if I actually said that out loud, I'd be aligning myself with the crunchy granola crowd. And no, I'm not going to do that. But I was just kind of quietly sort of like, no, we don't need a Smirnoff sponsorship for the QueerBar or whatever it was. Nice. So some sort of flicker thing or whatever. I'm like, ugh. And it's posters everywhere. It just ugh. Yeah. So I kept my mouth shut through it all, but I'm kind of glad that it was quietly kiboshed by the folks that were more of on the side of organic cooperative life.
In other words,
Luke is rubbing off on me. Oh God.
Oh God. And you're probably still trying to make up for it by saying that we can get someone even better and much cooler.
Yes.
No, we won't, but oh goodness. Oh,
okay. There was a street party in the neighborhood of the QueerBar. Why was the QueerBar's booth one of the most popular ones? Oh. Let's see. I think we first of all, we had drinks, of course, but also we had the loudest sound system set up, right? So yeah, we were blasting it. And there were other like artists, DJs and stuff like kind of scattered around different streets and stuff, but we were kind of like in the middle and the loudest. And so like you walk 15 feet away from the other guy's speakers, right, and you're hearing the bass from our booth.
And we had some really good music.
Yeah, I think
Who of you made sure of that? Because Luke definitely didn't. Sebastian, did you take care of the music that we would have something cool?
I think if anyone did, it was Baldwin, because it was like, I'll dance my heart out, but I'm like, I don't pick things.
Yeah, true.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Baldwin can take it on. Yeah. Baldwin was he knows all the best streams of good music, you know. So I was the curator.
Yeah, nice. Okay.
Yeah, I think it's like it's one of those, like in public, at least in the U.S. You know, if you're gonna serve alcohol outside, you have to demarcate. You have to have like a fence or something.
Mhm.
You know, say no alcohol beyond this point.
Mhm.
You know, so you can control it.
Yeah.
But even so, you know, we had people dancing all around. You know, so
Yeah.
it was good.
Yeah. Oh goodness, now I'm imagining like the bar booth with like a fence around it, but the music, of course, goes beyond the fence, and
Yeah, buddy.
there's some. Oh no, we managed to be outdoors and still have a door. Yeah. Okay. I'm just wondering, because we would start a new round with me, and it's almost past.
I think
Do
maybe
you
we
feel
can
like
do more
doing
one
the
more round.
one more round and then the final question?
Yeah, I think that'll be fine.
Okay. Cool.
All right. I'm still listening. I'll be right back.
Okay. So let's see. I have the Queen of Diamonds. During a party at the Queer Bar, you gave an embarrassing performance. Who cheered for you nonetheless? Ooh. I'm pretty sure Baldwin cheered because I feel like Baldwin cheers on lots of people. And oh no, what did I do? Oh, I know. We had a karaoke night.
Oh my.
And I sang a very embarrassing song to the bearded guy. I can think probably something very old-fashioned and not sure I have the greatest singing voice, but it's very heartfelt.
There's Sebastian's in the back of the room like this.
Filming everything. Yeah. Yeah. Oh God, yeah. I don't know. And then I'm not sure he liked it. Did we give him a name yet? No, we didn't.
I don't think we did.
I don't know. All I can think of is Mark. Yeah. 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 Oh God, I feel like Luke really went for it and then didn't get the reaction he was hoping for because it was yeah, I don't know, too public, too much too soon, I don't know, too much in general. And Baldwin was really cheerful and like I feel like you kept telling me, oh boy, it was really nice and it doesn't matter that you hit all the notes, it was really heartfelt and I could feel that. Something like that.
Yeah.
Luke is still like, oh God, why did I do that? Why did I do that? Oh God.
There was a dance class at the Queer Bar. About whom did you discover a new side during it?
Oh, finally, I
a new side.
I think.
Wow. I don't think Sebastian digs that deep normally.
Well, I'm not kind of, yeah. I mean, I like the dance floor. I'm sometimes dubious about the line dances. You know, it's like if everybody's dancing in a line, then who's looking at me? But okay, sure, whatever.
A valid concern.
And I was kind of. I think I was surprised that Baldwin can't actually dance. He's always behind the bar and doing this and doing that, and he's kind of like, shaking it on the dance floor, but like when he tried to do steps, it was sort of like, no, it's
Oh,
turn,
yeah.
turn, step.
Yeah.
Baldwin.
No, I'm more of a
Baldwin, you're
more of a
letting down
more,
the
more of a free spirit, huh?
yeah, you're letting down the team, Baldwin.
Oh,
And
God.
I think ever since then, like whenever there's a spare moment, I'm kind of like, okay, we're gonna try it again.
Yeah.
Turn, step.
Oh,
No,
God.
step. Step.
Oh, my God. And then you're line dancing behind the bar while shaking cocktails.
Oh my
After the
God.
training montage, of course. Oh, I love that.
Oh, holy shit.
Oh, amazing.
That's good. Very good.
Oh.
All right. 3 parts. Let's see. A certain song always reminds you of a special evening at the Queer Bar.
Oh.
Why does this memory hurt? Oh my God. Poor Baldwin. Well, you know, Griffin taught me to look for love outside of the Queer Bar community, you know, because it's freaking awkward if your ex is always coming back
Sleeping with your
to
friends.
where you work.
You know.
Yeah, exactly. Like, so, yeah, I think, yeah, I think maybe it was Griffin. At one time, we there was an evening of like that was explicitly like more romantic, you know, for couples and stuff. Maybe it was like a Valentine's thing or whatever. And so they did more of that like slow dance kind of music,
Yeah.
you know.
Mhm.
And as established, Baldwin can't really dance that well. But it didn't matter, right? It's more about who you're with at that point. So and Griffin was into it. So yeah, so I just think back to that evening and that particular song, back when things were good.
Mm. Mm. Oh. Do we play that
Before,
song often?
I think it's not that often, but sometimes as kind of like as like a last call kind of dance, like
Mm-hmm.
to end the evening and sort of bring people down a little bit,
Mm.
bring the energy down
Oh, no.
so people will leave.
Yeah. Oh, no.
And there was
Yeah.
that time you were so upset by that last song that you forgot to lock the back door.
Oh, no.
That's
Oh,
why it
no.
all happened.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Yes, absolutely. Oh, God. Oh, poor Baldwin. Yeah. Okay. Should we do the final question?
Sure.
Oh yeah, final question.
The final question is, now it's time to look ahead, and we all answer it. Now it's time to look ahead. What is your most important wish for the future of the Queer Bar? And you can take that in whatever way you like. I think Luke really wants to figure out a way to get this like history project going, and especially to sort of get Sebastian in on it.
Mhm.
Because if Sebastian likes it, then Sebastian knows all the cool people, and then it will definitely be a success. And hopes to figure out a way to make that happen, and also hopes to, I don't know, maybe find someone who can take his place because he knows eventually he will have to stop being there all the time, and maybe has started to sort of teach Baldwin stuff. Like, you're at the bar anyway, and sort of like, you know what, I always watch for this and that, and I always do it like this and there, and sort of trying to sort of get
Mentor.
you there,
Yeah.
because you seem like the right kind of person. You outgoing, you find it easy to connect to people. You're not too cool, as evidenced by your inability to dance.
Yeah.
But cool enough to do some line dancing steps behind the bar.
So
yeah, I feel
okay,
like
am I your student, or am I more of your guinea pig for these lessons? Would you say?
I feel like Luke wants to imagines this like he's your mentor, and trying to sort of teach you the things you don't know yet, so you can eventually take over the bar, or like be there, like it's be in a more central, more responsible role in the bar. And I feel like he since you definitely learned from that backdoor experience, that was, he's like, yeah, okay, he can do it. He's trustworthy. He'll be fine. He'll be fine. I just need to teach him a thing or two, or 7. And yeah, and just that it keeps existing, because Luca really plans to come to the bar, at least eventually, sometimes, until he literally can't go there anymore.
Nice.
Yeah.
Sebastian really doesn't think about the future very much. Sebastian just kind of wants the party to keep going forever. The dimmest idea he's got of the future is one day being Chris and being the center of attention like that. But for a practical, project-oriented sort of thing, he too views Baldwin as a project. But he really wants Baldwin to find a new boyfriend or girlfriend or them friend or whatever he's into. I don't know. I don't care. But this whole moping about Griffin and going every time that fucking song comes on, I swear to God, I'm going to delete it from the playlist. It just has to stop. And so, I mean, Griffin is cheap Christmas trash. It's pretty, but after you're done with the wrapping paper, you move on. So you just he wants to find someone for Baldwin.
Yeah.
The whole dancing thing is part of the project.
Obviously.
Oh, okay. I see.
Yeah.
It's all making sense now.
Yes, and if one day the fiber optic wig disappears, well, it's not Sebastian's fault.
Do you also do like a subtle style makeover?
He realizes it has to be very subtle. It's like everyone likes the man in the fiber optic wig, but nobody goes home with the man in the fiber optic wig. Okay.
Oh no!
I would never say that to Baldwin because I'm not mean.
No.
So.
Yeah. It's a little too trying too hard.
Oh, no.
It's a little too character.
Yeah, too character.
Too character. God.
I like it. That's definitely Baldwin.
So Baldwin has Luke on one side talking about the practicalities of running the bar and its great history, and Sebastian on the other hiding his wig and introducing him to people.
Oh God.
Have you met Muriel? She's new.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh God. So what is Baldwin's wish for the future?
To be left alone.
Finally, just leave me in peace.
I mean, honestly, it seems like a pretty good place. It seems to be a good place. My most important wish is that we finally hire somebody to be the cook.
Oh right, we have. Oh God, we still haven't got a cook.
And we hire enough people so that Sebastian never has to work the door. Sebastian could just stay in his cute little backroom lounge area.
Oh God.
It doesn't have to, interact with the public in the official capacity.
Yeah. Oh God. If you share these plans with Luke feels definitely like you're the right person. These are the exact questions you should be thinking about.
Yeah. Yeah. So I guess to make it a little more pointed, like my Baldwin's wish is that management will finally listen to us, right, and like get their act together and get the help that we need, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe if we can find the right sponsorship, we can finally hire back those people we need.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh God, I can't wait for the sequel where you fall in love with the cook.
No, never again. I'm not dating coworkers or regulars.
Okay, then I don't know, the potato delivery person or whatever.
Sebastian doesn't know what to do with that information because Sebastian only knows coworkers and regulars. So it's like, who am I introducing to?
There's a life outside the QueerBar.
Yeah.
I just go somewhere to sleep and.
I find myself talking to like random shop clerks and whatnot. So, are you single?
Yeah, right.
Do you like bald men?
Yeah.
I wonder if there's. We didn't really get into it, but if it seems like. I mean, the only one we established was our bar, right? But are there other like queer bars, gay bars out there in town, or are we kind of it?
I mean, I'm sure. Go for it.
Sure. We're the best one.
Yeah.
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 Maybe Baldwin needs to branch out more. Go somewhere else.
You stop coming on your free evenings and go somewhere else and meet someone nice there. Yeah.
It's hard to beat the employee discount though.
Yeah. Check out the cooks. Make sure you eat the food.
Oh, maybe I can poach staff from the other bars.
Oh God. Oh goodness. Oh goodness. Yeah. That was our game. That was Viva la QueerBar.
Cool.
I really enjoyed that.